Good morning, class. It's Coach Day. Today's notes are going to be 8-8 linear translations. Now, we know that the word translation just means a slide. You should have done this last year. Translation, where you have a shape on a graph. Let's say it's over here, and we move it 5 units over. That's the translation. Now, we're going to look at linear translations from an algebraic perspective. Now, this first question says, how would the graph of y equals x squared change for the following? And then it has several different examples. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on our calculator, and we're going to actually graph them and see what they do. Well, each of these is in y equals, so it's going to be really easy to graph. So go to y equals. All you got to do is push this button, pull up the menu, and let's start out with our parent function y equals x squared. Okay? And let's look what that graph is going to be. So we've got a parabola, and it crosses right there at the origin. Now, let's type in this one, x squared plus 5, and see what happens. So go back to y equals, and let's type in x squared plus 5, and hit graph again. Well, you can see that on the second one, we have the same type of graph. It's just moved up 5 places. So this is just affecting our y's intercept. So when plus 5, it's going to go up 5. Now this one says y equals x squared minus 4. You should probably think that this one, since plus 5 went up 5, this minus 4 means it's going to go down 4. Before we write it, let's go ahead and graph it and check. So I'm going to erase this one, and I'll put in x squared minus 4. Hit graph again. Now we have the same graph, it's just slid down 4 spaces. So right here, we just know it's going down 4. Now, these ones look a little bit different, right? If we had plus or minus, it just adjusted the y's. Now, what if we have inside a parentheses a plus or minus? So let's go to y equals. Let's leave x squared there, but this second one, we've got to type in parentheses x minus 2, close parentheses, and square. Now, before I push graph, I want you to think, is this going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is it going to go left or right? So think about it. Take a guess. Now, let's look at the graph. So, there was my regular one. Oh, this one moved to the right. But this said minus 2. Huh. But on my graph, it moved to the right. So right here, let's just write that this went to the right 2 places, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and underline what happened each time. Right here went up 5, that's plus 5, down 4, over here this went to the right 2. What do you think is going to happen on number 4 that says plus 3 inside the parentheses? Alright, let's check. So x plus 3 squared, and then I'll hit graph again. Oh, well this one we can see our graph moved to the left, and it moved 1, 2, 3 spaces. So this went to the left 3. Well, when it was moving with our y's, when it was just plus or minus, that was just moving our y's up or down, and it matched. But when we moved our x's, this went backwards, right? Because positive values should be going this way. So here's a way to remember this. Whenever the x is being adjusted, the x lies. A way I like to remember it is I have ex-girlfriends in the past, and one of the reasons they're ex-girlfriends is because, yeah, sometimes they lied. So there wasn't a lot of trust there. So if something is adjusting with just a plus or minus, it's just going to adjust your y's. If it's in the parentheses and it's adjusting your x, remember your x lies. So instead of going to the left for minus, we're going to go to the right. Instead of going to the right for plus, we're going to go to the left. All right, I'm going to stop the video here. We're going to work a few more examples.